Welcome to peaceful Dreamland. Kirby is on a nice stroll. Suddenly, the world's colors warp, and a strange witch arises. Drawing in the air, the witch turns the land into a painting. Seeing a Kirby, the witch flees to the sky, toward a weird vortex. Kirby gives chase. Into a world of paintings. He challenges the witch, but her magic turns him into a ball. Helpless, Kirby watches the witch escape. Looking down in shame, he sees the witch's magical paintbrush. Kirby touches the rainbow brush, and it transports to you on a ray of light. Hey guys, what's up? This is kaozbender here for yet another video, and welcome to the road to Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. That's kind of a tongue twister for me, sorry about that. But welcome to Kirby and the Canvas Curse, one of my favorite games on the Nintendo DS, and for good reasons. Not only is it probably one of the best games that you will play on your Nintendo DS, but also is an extremely underrated game. Not only an underrated Kirby game, it's an extremely underrated Nintendo DS game in my personal opinion. I'm not really sure how many of you guys have played this, but if you have not, let's just get into the main game. You don't want to go into, well, that's personally me. I'm not going to go into training mode because everything that the training mode has to offer, you are going to be experiencing in, just the first level of the game. So I'm going to be skipping it, and as you can see, we start off in a level called Reddy Land, and there are 8 levels in here, and each one of them, if you, if we enter here, has 3 stages. We're going to start off with a planned plane. There we go, more tongue twisters. And each one of the stages has 3 medals, which we are going to be checking out in a couple of seconds to find. However, as I go into the first level, I should say that not all of them are going to be accessible to you right away. And I'm going to be mentioning this whenever we come into a, like an instance of this, because it is actually pretty interesting. It follows, kind of, like an old mechanic from other games. So these are the medals. It doesn't really give us like any information about them. This only says use the medals at the medal swap. Medals hide everywhere. Swap them for prizes. So that's just basically it. That's just all the information you get. I mean, it's nothing really to like help you on your adventure or stuff. Well, it kind of is, but kind of with another twist. So I will be getting into the mechanics right here. I am just collecting these little stars. It's really not important whatsoever. It's only if you need like extra lives. But this game is really easy to go through, and we'll make sure to show that, obviously. So here, first of all, as you are seeing right now, you can tap a Kirby in order to make him do a little dash, and that is going to be getting rid of the enemies. However, if you touch the enemy, if you touch the enemy and you let Kirby approach him, approach the enemies just by, by touching them, I guess, it is going to get rid of the enemies as well, so that's going to be really nice. Right here, if we check out the cannon, you can also block projectiles that are coming your way. If I can actually do it, I don't... there we go. You can also block the projectiles, which is going to be very good. Alright, so with 2 medals, we are going to be getting into the next area, which, believe it or not, is actually the last one. So, as you can see, obviously, notorious and a staple for every single Kirby game, you are able to, what would be a normal Kirby game, you are able to inhale enemies to absorb their abilities. However, this is not really the case. You actually needed to hit them, and you are going to be, well, sorry for the redundancy, but you are going to be absorbing their abilities, so that is really, really good. Right here, I only showed a couple of them. It's really not that bad, but we're going to be seeing a lot more. Right here, this is the ending of the, the level, which is really, really nice. So we already got through the first level, and that was really, really easy. And I'm pretty sure with this one level, you can pretty much tell all of the mechanics, not including the the power-ups, obviously. So right here on this bonus stage, you want to... Oh, that was really, really bad. Wow. On this bonus stage, you actually want to get Kirby as far away as you can. I haven't really explained how this works. By the way, the layout of the video, the main screen, which is a big one, well, the big one that you're seeing on the left, is the bottom one, because this game is 99% touch screen. Right here, I am emulating this game, and now don't rage at me quite yet, because the reason why I am emulating this is because I previously lost this game. I have no clue where it is. And a couple of a couple of weeks ago, I tried to get it on the internet, but they are extremely hard to find. I mean, this is a really, really underrated game, and the ones that I found were from not really trusted sources. I mean, I was like, I much rather emulate this than risk not getting this game like delivered, or being delivered on a really bad like state, whatever. So I am actually emulating this. Don't worry, I have owned this game. I own it, but I have no clue where it is at this moment. But yeah, I obviously don't encourage doing this, but if you want to try out the game, and if you don't have like any possibility to get it itself, I guess this is like your best option. I'm not really sure. But, let's just get into the gameplay. As you can see, this, well, we didn't really see it, like, really, really clearly, so I'm going to be getting into that right away. So the rainbows that you are seeing, like, for example, right here, that little ball, well, not really ball, this little, spiral, this is obviously done by touching your screen. And, now let me see, what else have I, not explained? Touching Kirby, dashes, the enemies I already explained. I believe this is pretty much it. I mean, if you... Oh, but, okay, there's just one mechanic that I have not explained, and I don't necessarily think it's on the tutorial. I'm going to be doing it when I get into, into big, sort of, well, part. Okay, so right here. So, check it out. If you do this right here, Kirby's going to have a massive, massive, spin dash, which is going to be really, really good. If I have a power-up right here, it is going to be, like, a lot easier to defeat these enemies. If you remember in most, well, maybe not most, but in many Kirby games, you have these areas in which there are a lot of enemies popping up, and you cannot advance further into the screen until you defeat them all. If I go this way, however, you will see that this is the first instance of this. We cannot really do anything about this block right here. There are, if you remember Super Mario World, how you have yellow, green, red, and blue switches all throughout the land, and you have to find them secretly. That is basically what's happening here. There are going to be orange, green, well, just one, because there's not really multiple of these. There's going to be an orange, green, and a blue switch scattered, that we have to find in these 8 levels. Well, which are potentially, obviously, 20... Fuck! Okay, I didn't get that, but, don't worry, this is going to be 100% Let's Play, just for the main game. There are many things post-game to do, and even though I'm not going to be covering all of them, I'm going to be showing them on the post-game. Right here, I am just going to cover the main game, which is actually really nice. The extra stuff that we have to do is just basically get through like the entire game again, but, well, I'm going to be mentioning it in a post-game. But right here, we are just looking at, the main levels and how they are played. So, even if I don't get all of the medals right away, because we have to go back to get certain amount, it was good. Well, not really good, but it was kind of decent that I missed the last medal right there in the, in this second stage. This was horrible. I am just doing so bad at these, dude. It is actually kind of good that I missed that one because we 100% need to go back to this one stage in order to get the medal that is behind the orange switch. So, you know, don't worry about that. I'm actually going to be showing all of them. And here we go to the last stage, which is Ravin Road. Let's do this. This one is actually really peaceful. I mean, all the music in here, all of the scenarios, these are super well done. I really like this game. If you guys have played it, definitely let me know in the comment, because it is, I mean, this is, I cannot tell you enough how much I like this game. I mean, it is so relaxing. It is really casual. It is, well, obviously, if you're going for like true 100%, and by that I mean doing everything that the extra stuff has to offer, you know, it is a little bit challenging. However, if you are going through the main game, it is not as you know, it is not as difficult. I mean, it is really relaxing. It doesn't really you know, it doesn't really have a lot of hair-pulling moments like, you know, some of the games that I have played before on the channel. So, you know, I shouldn't really be, you know, swearing a lot on this, you know, on this Let's Play. Except for when I lose, except for when I miss a couple of medals, which already happened in the first episode. And not really a good sign, but, you know, it's not really too bad in my personal opinion. So, one thing that I have not yet talked about is that in, as in most or pretty much any Kirby game, you are able to absorb enemies and copy their abilities. This is partially not the case right here. And by the way, this is the first instance in which we need a specific power-up in order to get another one of the medals. I am not exactly sure how to get rid of the... I mean, I don't think I ever got this. I'm not really sure how to get rid of your current power-up. But what we need to do is actually go all the way over here, and this is actually not as you know, hard to figure out, because you cannot carry power-ups into other levels. So if you see one of those blocking the way for one medal, it is 100% obvious, or you know, 100% what's the word I'm looking for? It is actually, you know, it actually points out that this power-up is actually found out, that the power-up you need is found on this, no, Kirby, come on, work with me, bro. Alright, as you can see, the missile power-up doesn't really have, like, a great mechanics, come on, dude. Okay, I think that's gonna be it. Alright. So we get another medal for our troubles, and the thing that I was actually saying before is that as a staple to any Kirby game, instead of well, when you absorb the enemies, you copy their abilities. This is partially the case. You don't actually inhale the enemies; you actually defeat them. And one thing that I have not mentioned before, and let me see right here, I do want to get rid of my missile power-up because I don't really need it, and I just want to show a couple, you know, just as many as I can. If you tap on the enemies, they're going to be stunned, and if Kirby walks, well, maybe not walks, if Kirby rolls into them, you know, like just normally, he is going to, I mean, if the enemy has a power-up, it is going to copy it. So, if it doesn't really have a power-up, you don't copy it, you just defeat the enemy. But also, if you tap on Kirby, you, what you do is just, do a little dash, which is going to really help out in, you know, in the long run. Right here, I am just going to do this right here, and we get the third coin of this stage. So yeah, Kirby does like this this little dash in which he, if he touches any enemies in this state, he is going to also copy the ability. So we are done with Ravin Road, and we're gonna have a boss game. Now, these I'm going to be alternating throughout episodes, but you know, I think I'm going to be following the same order. First off, let's go for, I'm not really sure. Okay, Krako Jr. That's one of the dudes who I didn't really know what the exact name was, so it's a good thing that the game actually told me. So right here you have the witch painting the enemy, and that is going to be coming to life. You can skip this cutscene, which I'm going to be skipping after we see all of the enemy introductions, whatever, because, you know, if we have seen them once, I mean, I think it's you know, I think it's enough. This is my least favorite boss. like stage. Well, it was like a boss minigame, right? But it's basically my least favorite boss stage for the simple fact that it just requires, you know, kind of a little bit of patience. So it's, you know, I don't really like it too much. I mean, you can weaken the blocks with your, you know, with your stylus, but you know, I think it's a little bit, you know, easier to hit them with Kirby because, you know, it is going to cause more damage. So you can weaken them right here, and instead of bouncing off, as you can see, I think I'm going to be able to show this, there we go. Instead of bouncing off of them, you are going to be, you know, actually destroying them. You can touch this block right here in order to make some of these, like, you know, disappear. But this, I mean, I'm not really good at this one in specific. So this, I don't really have too much patience for. Especially on the last stage, which I believe is coming up after the screen. I'm not really sure. But, let's see, so you obviously don't want to touch the spikes because, well, that is going to make you lose one of your health portions. I mean, it's not really a health bar, since health bar is like the entirety of it. Right here, I do want to go back to this place right over here because we need one. We need to defeat one more enemy. And this is why this is my least favorite, you know, stage. It requires a little bit more patience than usual, and you know, some of these like trampoline mechanics that I'm not really not familiar, but you know, I'm not really a huge fan of them. Sorry for the cough, and let's see. So, as you can see right here, we're not having the best of times with the enemies, but right here we have a maximum tomato, which obviously means we are, well, just right next to the boss, which is really cool. Now, this boss itself, not a fan either. I mean, this is really random when you, when you hit him right here. I think I'm having like sort of a good run of it. Let's see. I'm not really sure what that's for. I mean, I actually never knew what that was for, man. But let's see. Oh, that was so close. You basically, I mean, even if I didn't mention this, it is really obvious. You want to touch the eye, so that's pretty much it. Now, I have no clue where or how, when he is able to damage you, so I mean, I've never actually gotten hit by this dude, so I have no clue, like, how you get hit by it, so, I mean, don't really ask me. And after a win, we're gonna go back to the Reddy Land. Level 1 is now in Rainbow Run. So this is the extra stuff that I'm saying. So after every episode, I'm gonna go back to the level and, you know, just, like, recap which medals we actually forgot. And as you can see, in level 1, 2, we are missing 2. So, but we need to go back here, you know, either way. So that's pretty much it. And, yeah, that was pretty much it for this episode. I'm going to be covering one world in every... Oh, and by the way, if you turn right here, you can see that Kirby has different faces. You know, they're angry, happy, angry again, doubtful, I guess. You know, angry, happy. Come on, give him more variety. Sleepy, he doesn't know. Anyway, that's just pretty much it. So, in the next episode, we are going to be going to Orange Gorge. So, have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.